Hi, I'm Murad Hamadi. I'm a reporter at The Logic, a Canadian news source focused on the innovation economy and its impact across business, politics, and society. I'm here to talk about the conditions that can influence a government's budget decisions. Now, when a government is planning its budget every year, it must evaluate its own economy as well as the economic trends around the world. Let's start by defining an economy. An economy includes the wealth and resources within a specific country or region, the people, companies, and other organizations that are making, using, and trading all kinds of goods and services. Ultimately, we're talking about the exchange of money. Digging down further, an economy is made up of producers who make, distribute, and sell goods and services, as well as consumers who buy or trade for goods and services. People, businesses, and governments can be both producers and consumers. For example, I'm a producer because I write articles and sell my services as a journalist to The Logic. I'm also a consumer because I purchase goods and services, like ordering takeout or buying shoes. So many shoes. So how do we evaluate an economy? In a healthy economy, you will see many of the following features: high levels of employment or low levels of unemployment, decent wages where workers are paid enough so that they can afford the costs of living, not too much economic inequality, profitable businesses, or in other words, businesses that have excess revenues, stable prices of goods and services, meaning there's no dramatic increase in prices, known as inflation, or significant decrease in prices, known as deflation, and overall economic growth, where there's an increase in the amount of goods and services produced. More recently, some countries around the world are expanding how they measure economic success by also looking at health and well-being, as well as sustainability. Now, circling back to the government, let's discuss the concept of fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is the use of government spending and tax revenue to influence the economy. Governments use fiscal policy to promote economic growth and to reduce poverty. The COVID-19 pandemic is a great recent example. Many businesses were forced to shut down their operations due to lockdowns, and as a result, many people lost their jobs. Canada and countries around the world fell into a recession, and governments spent money, called stimulus, to keep the economy going. In Canada, the federal government offered billions of dollars in financial assistance to some people who lost their jobs or couldn't work, as well as to businesses to help them keep their employees and pay their rent. These spending decisions were approved by all parties in the House of Commons, but that's not to say there hasn't been some disagreement along the way about the amount and duration of these programs. When you start to examine other fiscal policies, such as raising the minimum wage to support a decent standard of living, or reducing corporate tax rates to try to encourage job creation, you'll find there's often disagreement. For example, not all parties would describe those two policies the way that I just did. As you think about what you would like to see in the next federal budget, it's important to examine the strengths and weaknesses of the proposed policies and how they might impact you and your family, and the economy as a whole.